Hi, I'm Melanie O'Connor, Head of Marketing here in BDO Ireland, and I'm delighted to welcome Simbiat Sadiq, who is a Senior Consultant on our Cybersecurity team here in BDO and was recently nominated as Cybersecurity Woman of the World. Welcome. Lovely to have you.
So good to be here.
Could you tell us a little bit about your career in cybersecurity and how you got into the sector?
I really never know where to start when I'm asked, but at the top of my head, it's just something I would say I started out of sheer curiosity, and I just wanted to do something different, right?
Yes.
And really, I think the interesting thing was how shocked and surprising everyone was when I said, "Oh yeah, I'm studying cybersecurity in Nigeria," and they're like, "Oh wow, really?" And I'm like, "Yes." Like, "Oh wow, how did you find it?" I'm like, "Oh well." And when I started, there wasn't really anyone I had known who was studying cybersecurity in Nigeria, to be very specific. But that is the beginning, right? And that is literally how I got here. And I would say it's been very interesting. And I've had the opportunity of working, in different sectors across like 4 countries. And it's been a very rewarding journey for me. So yeah, that's the summary of my story, basically.
Thanks. And what is it that you love most about the work in cybersecurity?
Okay. First is that I can hardly get bored, right?
Yes.
Really. And that's because the sector is so broad and I get to do different things at different times. And the humbling experience, I said humbling because you can learn from anyone, both a junior colleague, a senior colleague, or peers, right? And the fact that I get to learn different things every time, I love the excitement that comes from, having to challenge myself in learning something. And I'm like, yay, I got it, right? And it could be tough sometimes, but that's one thing that really thrills me. And also the fact that I get to support businesses, right, in achieving their business objective, because really, this is 2023.
Yeah.
And as a business, you just need cybersecurity. Like, you really do need it. And one thing really, again, is whenever I see a new technology, I'm like, cybersecurity isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm like, yeah, I have a good career. So yeah, it's thrilling and fulfilling for me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks. And would you have any advice for other women in the STEM community tackling these careers in the more technical sectors?
I think one thing really is STEM is really broad, and I know that it can be a little bit of challenge trying to find where you fit in. I think first is it's fine for you to test the waters, really. You can try to test different areas and see where do I fit in. You don't have to stay in one area because, I started here, it means I have to be here.
Yeah.
For example, I've had to, go across different areas of security just to see where I fit in. Well, I fit into different, a lot of places, right? But I think it's just to find that place really where you find your passion and then you're able to do the things you really want to do. So first is, it's fine for you to discover yourself and see where exactly do you fit in. I think that's one. And don't be afraid to, test as much as you can. I know people who have literally done, I've tried data science, I've tried trying to code, and now I think security is for me. Now I think, I tried security, but it's not working. I think I'm going to go into data science, right?
Yeah.
Just try as much as you can to try everything you can, right? I think that's one. And the next key thing really is find a mentor, peers, community, right? You might not have the 3, but I think you need at least one of it. And this is coming from someone who has significantly gotten a lot of advantage from peers, from mentors, and from communities. So try to find those people that you align with when it comes to your journey, what you're trying to achieve. And it really does make all of the difference, really. So I think that I'm not talking so much, but yeah, I think that's basically it.
Community helps.
Community helps. It does help. It's like an absolute big deal. It's just a place where you feel very comfortable, knowing that I'm on the same mission with these people. And I've had instances where I just have to talk to somebody and realize that, this person has gone through this before. I'm not alone, right? Or I have challenges. Or someone says, yeah, I've been there before. This was how I fixed it. Or maybe I'm confused. And someone says, yeah, I've been there before. And I'm like, oh God, thank you. It's not just me, right?
Yes.
I think it's really helpful.
Oh, good. Thank you. And it's Cybersecurity Month as well. So do you have some updates on what is the most important considerations for everyone at this time?
I think this month is really interesting, especially with the theme for this year, and the theme is Secure Our World, right?
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the most exciting theme really for Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and just because it gives that very good feel and it passes a very strong message of the fact that cybersecurity isn't just about businesses. Now we're saying it's about everybody. It's about you and me and the entire world. So, and also, they have also talked about key considerations, which is like key behaviors, right, that affect everybody, whether you're a business or you're an individual. And it's four, right? First is talk about passwords, right? How do you create strong passwords? How do you ensure that all of these numerous passwords online? I mean, every day we create so many accounts, so many passwords, right?
Yes.
So how do you ensure that you're creating a strong password and also having a central place where you manage it, right?
Yes.
So it's one of the consideration, and it's not just for businesses; it's also for individuals, because as an individual, you are also creating accounts online, right?
Yeah.
And you need to manage it. Same as businesses, right? Different applications, lots of accounts. You want to have a central place, right, where you can manage your credentials. So that's one, right? One of the key behaviors that this month is looking at. And two, which is I think is going to come up every year, it's phishing, right?
Yeah.
It's a case of how, as an individual, as a business, how do you make sure that your employees, right, constantly identify phishing? They know what it is, what to do when they see one, right? And really, it makes sense that phishing is going to keep coming up every single time, really. I mean, with phishing, you can do so many things. You can steal business secrets, you can steal credentials, credit cards, and everything. And these are things that are important to individuals, like, as well. I mean, you don't want your money to be wiped out from your account, right?
No.
And so it's under behaviors that this month is looking at. How do you ensure that you know what phishing is? Pass a message along to your friends, community, tell them what to look out for, how to identify phishing. That's two. Okay, I know this. Oh, wow. Okay. And the third really is on multi-factor authentication. And basically what this is talking about is have controls or something in place that ensures that you're not just logging in with just your password. You have something else, right? In addition to your password when you're accessing your account. And this is very important because passwords don't help anymore. They do help, but they have some risks. So how do you ensure that you have additional controls in place? Yes. And which is have two information, right, to access your account. So two different distinct information, like two different information to access your account. It could be your password and maybe a code sent to your email or SMS. So it's one thing that this month is emphasizing on for both businesses and individuals. And the fourth thing, which is the last one, it's updating softwares, right? As individuals, you have application on your mobile phones, your systems, and as businesses, you have so many applications, so many softwares. So how do you ensure that you are actually updating your software? Because updates are there for a reason. Yeah. They might be fixing some security vulnerabilities or problems or issue, but you need to ensure that you are actually updating your software. So these are the four key considerations for this month, which applies really to both individuals and businesses. So
yeah, definitely. And here that the phishing things, they're getting more complex and they're getting smarter in terms of the way that they target people, and that's constantly going on. Is there any kind of new ones that you've seen that people need to be really aware of?
I mean, it's really same old. I think the major difference is how it's now been, no thanks to AI, right? You're not able to generate phishing emails without all those spelling errors. Because, I mean, before now, you get asked to look at, majorly spelling errors, sense of urgency, and things like that. But now with AI, you see, very good phishing emails. They're so good that, oh my God, you need to have, you need to look again, right? Before you can even identify them as phishing emails. So I think you just always to be on the lookout. Before you click on links, especially, you need to go double check, right? Yes. Pause. I think I always just pause when I get emails with links. I'm like, I need to click this, right? You know what? I'll come back to it. Yes. I just come back to it, right? And then just if you need to verify from the sender, please go ahead too, because I think it causes a lot of harm, right? To not just you, but to the business, and it could even impact you financially as well. So,
yeah. And is there any kind of key telltale signs that even though they're getting more sophisticated, that you can kind of pick up on. There's one that I always check the source of the email, because sometimes it says one, but then you check the email and it's a Gmail account. You're like, I don't think that's right.
I think really that's one. That's really one, is to just hover on the link and say, okay, it's saying, for example, this is from BDO. Is this really from BDO? I mean, does this have BDO? And second one, really, especially for businesses, if you need to go verify from sent, please feel free to say, oh, hi, I got this email from you, right?
Yes.
I know it could be a lot, but I think it's just a way to be sure that, I mean, you're not causing harm to businesses. It's better safe than sorry, really. Yeah. So,
great. Thank you. And what might be some of the other trends in cyber threats that you're seeing that both individuals and businesses need to be aware of in the coming year?
Phishing is definitely one of it, right? Yeah. And I think really the key behaviors for this month is really a reflection of the threats in the industry, right?
Okay.
And to businesses and individuals. And phishing is really one of it. And we've talked about how AI is like changing the whole landscape, right? I think AI is going to be one of those things that is really going to make an impact, right, when it comes to cybersecurity threats. And that's because AI has made like so many things like easier, right? The same way it's making our work easier, it's making the bad guys work easier as well. So it means, I mean, I can tell AI to, craft something for me. I can tweak, AI applications to do something for me, and it just makes their work easier as well, right? And I think really it's just up to business to understand that AI is here to stay. I think that's one. It's a case of how do you want to mitigate and manage the risk to your organization. Yeah. Talking about, do you want to define policies, right? Do you want to put controls in place to ensure that some applications cannot be installed in your organization? Do you want to even evaluate the risk first before allowing ChatGPT, for example, right? Yeah. In your organization? I mean, ChatGPT isn't bad, right? I mean, it helps. It helps with your work, your research, and everything. But then we have to look at the possibility of even having sensitive information, right, on ChatGPT. Like, you cannot exactly quantify the amount of risk, right, that this can impact to businesses. So that is one of us. And that one is talking about third parties, right? And that's because as businesses, you're not just working alone. You have partners, you have maybe service providers that you need to work with, right, to achieve your business objective. But now where the problem is that now you're not just thinking about security for just your business. Yeah. We have to ask yourself, how secure, right, is this business that I'm working with? How secure is this partners that I need to work with? So it gives you, should I say, double work. So because now you're thinking about security of your business and security of your partners, right? And the business you need to work with that provide services to you. Because if anything happens, like security threats and everything, it actually affects you, right? I mean, we've seen so many stories around third-party breaches and how it has affected organizations, right? So it's very important for you to be able to manage your third parties, right? How do you want to govern them? How do you want to, assess the risk? How much of the risk are you willing to take as a business, really? So that is another very key area, because as technology grows and evolves, right, businesses are really partnering with other businesses to provide services and, just to be able to do the things, right, they want to do for their customers or their consumers, as the case might be. So it's very important for organizations to pay very keen attention to their third parties. So they're paying key attention to, security of your organization. You have to also, have that at the front of your mind, not at the back, because it is very important for you as a business. So I think those are the two. We can go on and on, really, because we can go on and on and talk about all of these things, right? Yes. But I mean, these are some of the threats that we have seen so far.
That's great to see. You're very passionate about it, yes, which is great.
Yes, I am, right? I am. And I think I tell people I'm very introverted, and they hardly believe me until they come into my space. I'm the one time you see me talking endlessly is when it comes to security, and I'm just there and I'm done. I'm okay, and that's it. But it's very interesting. Yeah.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. How can people find out more, get in touch with you, find out more about our cybersecurity services?
You can find out more about the services we offer by visiting the BDO website. You see, a suite of services we offer to businesses to help support your business by providing security services to you.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Thanks so much.